I think there's this myth that you have to be alone to experience loneliness, but I think so many people have expressed, especially in the last 5 to 10 years, this idea of either marital or spousal loneliness, being lonely in a room full of people, being lonely at a dinner table with your close family or friends. I do think that sometimes loneliness happens amidst people and in relationships because there's this sense that we're not maybe fully known or fully seen or fully accepted. And so loneliness can creep in when we feel like we have to hold a piece of ourselves away or back. I mean, I just think about moments where I've been lonely myself in the midst of friendships or in the midst of relationships. And part of it is because there's been a piece of myself or like a big chunk of grief that I haven't worked through. And so I'm not letting myself really be fully seen. And in that, and that's not to blame myself or to blame anybody who's feeling lonely, but I think in that, directly tied to the idea of loneliness is this idea of belonging. And if we for one moment think that we can't fully belong and fully be known, loneliness will creep in a relationship, because if you can't show up with your full self, gosh, that gets exhausting, right? And so you just don't get to know and fully engage with the people that are around you. In my own experience, when I take a moment to really be mindful and to pause, take a few deep breaths, and create some intention around how I start my day and how I enter into conversation with people, that has been hugely helpful. And something as simple as if I'm up in the morning and I'm making my coffee, or something happens and I'm short with my spouse, or say at the end of the day when I'm tired and worn out and I'm short with my spouse, not because my spouse has done anything wrong, but just because I'm tired. Sometimes it's just as simple as saying, hey, I'm really sorry that I just did that, right? And so that there doesn't become this buildup of tension or resentment or unspoken junk that exists in a relationship. For me, it's intentionality and mindfulness about how I am feeling and recognizing what I can do to remedy that, and then how I can invite others to help me and hold me accountable, but also help others learn and know how to love me better.